When it comes to gaming, there has always been a debate on whether Mario or Sonic is better in the industry. I mean, after all, they're the two most iconic mascots in all of gaming. So I decided to make a special video. A series of special videos to be exact. This video series will be called Spell Battle, in case you don't know how to read YouTube video titles or something. For this series, I'm comparing how one would triumph over the other. And what better way to start this show off with one of the most obvious versus comparisons. Mario versus Sonic. In this episode, I'll be going over the character designs, the creators of the mascots, the impact on the industry, how well they're doing today, how many games with at least one character from said franchise were released in the United States, the personalities, the other characters, the stories of their games, the soundtracks, the gameplays, and the future of their games. Now keep in mind, every episode from this web show is only my opinion and is in no way fact. It's like people treat theories as fact and well, I guess I'll be dealing with this piece of bleep later. So with all that said, let's fight! This one is pretty easy because Sonic's design looks cooler than Mario's design. While Mario's design looks like a regular plumber, Sonic's design has this "you won't get away with this, I'm ready to take you down no matter what gets my way" kind of heroic feel. Even though there are some games where that wasn't the case, but you'll get used to it just fine. Ching! Now we all know that Shigeru Miyamoto was the creator of Mario, but guess what? Yuji Naka was not the creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, but instead was the lead programmer of Sonic. The true creator of the Blue Blur is Naoto Oshima, or however you pronounce his name. Now after doing some research, I found this part of the war to also be pretty easy. And so, Mario gets an advantage because Mr. Miyamoto is still doing great over at Nintendo, while this person somehow left Sonic Team and formed an independent video game company called Artoon, and then formed Arzest after Artoon was absorbed straight into AQ Interactive. Thanks, Wikipedia. Cha-ching! This one is so pathetically and painfully easy. It's not even joke-worthy. Mario saved the entire video game industry from the crash of 1983 to 1985 and revolutionized it too, while Sonic was only there to compete against Nintendo's mascot. You got the idea. Cha-ching! Once again, Mario gets a point because he's still doing well today, and Sonic has entered another dark age. Cha-ching! Oh man! Now this was a tough one because I had to do some research on the Super Mario Wiki for the Mario games and Wikipedia for the Sonic games to see how many games from each franchise were released in the great big elephant of power. And let me tell you, there were a lot of Mario and Sonic games released here that I had to count them all and keep track of my progress on a separate sheet of paper from my dad's printer so I won't mess up. And that's because before I used said printer, I completely lost track of my counting once on Mario's games, and I do not want to let that happen again. And now, the number of Mario games that has gotten a North American release at the time of this video is a grand total of 226 Mario games. Yeah, that's a lot, huh? Now for Sonic. The number of Sonic games that has gotten a North American release at the time of this video is only a grand total of 74 Sonic games. So if we take 226 Mario games and subtract them with 74 Sonic games, Sonic needs to have 152 games before he can catch up with his arch rival Mario. Sorry, Sonic. Ching! Now we're back on the easy side, and you guessed it, Sonic gets a point for this because he has a nice sense of humor when it comes to loving freedom. And unfortunately, according to Some Call Me Johnny, Mario has the personality of a cardboard box. The link to the video where he says that line will be in the description. Anyone care for a cardboard box? Ching! While Sonic does have some memorable characters like Shadow the Hedgehog and stuff like that, Mario gets the score for having less hateable characters than Sonic. I mean, there's Rosalina, Bowser, Boffle, etc. But then there's Big the Cat, Omochao, and oh, why? So, there's that. Ching! Yeah, Sonic gets a point for this one, but be honest, Mario's stories are mostly about rescuing Peach and some other damsels in distress. Keyword, mostly. While Sonic is about saving the world from different plans from Dr. Eggman most of the time. Now remember, trying something different is important in our lives because if we do the same thing over and over again, then who knows what would happen next. Ching! Wow! This was a really tough one because both of their soundtracks in their games are great. But in the end, I went with Sonic because some of his songs have lyrics in them and they usually have rock music in them from time to time. Cha-ching! When it comes to gameplays, Mario takes this piece of cake by storm. I mean, he's been in just about every video game genre out there. And while Sonic has also been in multiple genres, he hasn't been in that much genres than Mario. Cha-ching! For Mario, I think he's still going to do well in his gaming career because of some more great games that he and his buddies will star in soon. But as for Sonic, well, he has to get his act together on his game somehow. Ching! So in conclusion, Sonic may be a great mascot to the industry, but Mario is the true shining star here. And that's why Mario is better than Sonic in my own opinion. Alright guys, this first episode of Spell Battle is over. If your opinion is different than mine, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, rate, and favorite it if you haven't already done so. I'm the Purple Mario, and here's a sneak peek for my next video.